Hello, my name is Martin Espino. I'm a musician, a teacher, and an instrument maker. And I've been with the Baja Splash Festival here at the Aquarium of the Pacific for 19 years, every year having fun, doing lots of drumming. This time we're going to do something a little different. We're going to make an instrument with things that you should probably have at home, and if you don't, you can borrow. If you can't do that, some things that you can get from a store. But we're going to try to use as many things as we have at home. Okay, so let's move on and see what happens here. I have a beautiful instrument. It comes from Mexico, although I heard that other countries do have these things. It's a bowl. This is a plant called a gourd. It's the cousin of cucumbers, pumpkins, and zucchinis. And you know that pumpkins can be round. They could be round and then skinny and then round again, or they could be long. And that's why these ones are particularly round. So let's see what happens in Mexico or in other countries. And they grow in Africa too. They grow all over the place. You cut them, take the seeds out. And what I do is I paint mine. I get a stick and cover it with the leaves of a corn husk. We don't have that. That's okay. I'm going to show you how to make another stick. But this is a traditional one. I want to show you the actual instrument. Now I'm going to hit it. Let's see what happens. Wait a minute. Doesn't sound good. Oh, I got to put it in the water. So let me put it in the water. If I do this, that's not the way you put it. You have to respect it and put it in gently. Watch. That's it. Okay? A lot of my students like to go like this. Don't do that because you're going to make it sink. Leave it alone. But I can't. I got to touch it. No, you don't. There you go. Nice. Now I'm going to hit on top. How hard do I hit it? Like this? No. Let me show you one thing. If you stick your hand out and you hit in the middle of your hand, I know that none of you are going to go real hard, which is not good, and I don't want you to do that. Just hit your hand lightly. Now you know how hard to hit the water drum. And you could use different words. You could use the word hit because it is a hit. You could use the word strike because it is a strike. You could also use the word play. These are musical terms. Uh-oh, I gotta put them in water, sorry. How come they sound different? Big ones, big instruments everywhere around the world always sound low. Little instruments always sound high. Then there you go. Low, high. Pretty cool, huh? You can do fun things like this. This is used in the deer dance of Mexico, or danza de venado. When they're totally round is when they sound really great. Hard to find bowls that are totally round because you put them on the table and they start tipping. So a lot of bowls are flat on the bottom. But we're going to try to make the best that we can out of this. Okay. Martin, what do we do with the water when we're done? Do we throw it away? No. Always recycle, man. But the trees outside, and you have an adult, if you're really young, walk out with you and you water the plants. The plants love that. Always return the water back to Mother Earth. Like I tell all my students, we're only here to borrow this stuff. This is not ours. And so that's what I do with the water. I water the plants. I'll put it in the dog dish bowls or the cat so they can drink water. Whatever. Just don't throw it away. Repurpose is a great word. Repurpose. It means these bowls have a purpose. They're meant to plant flowers. So I'm going to give it another purpose. Now it's going to be a water drum. And now, of course, I can always return these back to the garden, right? So I don't have gourds at home. Martin, can I use a bowl? Sure. I happen to find this bowl in my kitchen. The kitchen has lots of cool instruments. Let me play this without the water. How come it sounds weird? Because my finger's on the other side, not letting it vibrate. What happens if I touch the part that doesn't vibrate? Hey. Let me put it in the water and see what happens. I just made another instrument. Sometimes metal doesn't sink. This is like some kind of aluminum. Uh-oh, you're staying there. Let's see what happens. Sure sounds different than the gourd, huh? You could do things like this. Grab the end of it and slowly drag it out of the water. Watch. Let's see what else happens. Here's a little round bowl. See what I told you? When it's perfectly round, somehow it just doesn't want to sink in the water. Let's try this one. It's a little little bowl or a cereal bowl. Oh, it sank right away. But if I hit it lighter, let's see what happens. A little while ago, it didn't want to sink, and now it's sinking. Let's try this one. It sinks, but it works. Take it out of the water and do it again. This leads us to one thing. How come it sounds like this out here? And then in the water, because sound travels faster underwater. Let's see, how do we make a stick? We don't have the corn husk. So it's preferable you get a stick from a tree that's, not alive anymore. I try not to cut a live tree's branch. Get an old one, or you can just find a stick anywhere. I just found these sticks. And I'm gonna cover it. The best thing to do is to get a little old sock and lightly wrap it around. We're recycling everything. These are socks that are clean, but using them again. And you have to wrap it tight. Don't go like this. We'll just do it my way. I want you to do it my way because I'm your teacher right now. Rubber bands. How do you do it fast, Martin? Watch. Over, twist, over, twist, over, twist, over. That's how I do it. Looks weird. It doesn't look good like your other stick, but it's the same thing because underneath, that's what this looks like. But if you want to make it pretty like me, you can get some beautiful material and wrap it and then put a rubber band around the bottom. There you go. And you might say, well, I want it to look prettier. So you get some material that I found here and tie a knot. But it's hanging over here. So you get a scissors and you cut it. And then it looks like this. Let's see how they sound. To see what sounds, maybe you might think, oh, because this doesn't look as good, it's not going to sound as good. That's not the point. Check it out. Sounds fine. I like this one better. Nice and soft. There you go. So remember when you cut it, you can make it really nice. And if you don't want your knot to come off, use wood glue, okay? So all this stuff is recyclable. You might find it in the kitchen. Ask whoever's there if you could borrow something and you'll get it back. You're not going to get it dirty. Always make sure you return it. Recycle your water. Try to use an old branch if you can. Try to get an old t-shirt and cut it 8 inches by 8 inches by 8. That's just the best size. Let's see what else. Rubber bands and all these things you have at home. These are going to get returned to my garden. The water's going to get returned to the plants. And we've respected nature. We've done some beautiful things. We've made an instrument. Let me show you a couple of more instruments to make real quick, okay? When I was trying to experiment to see which would work, I learned that metal bowls don't work good. Watch this. I didn't even get a chance to play it and it sank. Although it does resonate. Whoa, that's cool. Listen to this. So I call this the water gong. I'll put my finger there to hold it like that. See? See, I hit it once and I dip it in and out. Or out, or in the water and then pull it out. Or out and get different kinds of colors of notes. I can imagine what 20 of these would sound like. Probably drive your mom nuts. You can also put your finger in the middle and balance it. Oh, you just made a Tibetan bowl. Oh, cool. Fun things. I got a pizza tin. If you have these in the kitchen, you can get it. Put some rocks in there. You can use aquarium gravel. You could use beans. You could use lentil beans. You could use rice. Sand is okay. Rice is okay. It's better when the rocks are just a little big. And you go around in a circle and you get an ocean sound. I call this the ocean drum. But I want to go fast. It doesn't sound like an ocean, so this will teach you how to control yourself. You got to control yourself. Otherwise, it's not going to sound like an ocean. I even got a drawing that I made of my favorite critter, the bat ray, little stingray, and I glued it on the, taped it on the inside. And you can even tape these here. This one, I broke it there, so I had to tape it. But imagine what 10 of these would sound like. And you have to go slow. And there you go. That's the ocean drum, the water gong, and the water drum. And we've respected nature, we've given it back, and we've only come here to borrow. My name is Martin Espino, and I thank you so much for your attention. It's been an honor to be with you. Thank you.